Hi everyone, this is Debono of the Fortune Teller Shop in Sydney, and we're going to be looking at palmistry as a form of divination. Divination is about telling the future. When we read a palm, we look at all aspects of the palm. We look at the fingers, the shape, the texture. Sometimes we see a hand that is very plump, and sometimes we see someone who has a hand who is quite bony. All of these different things tell us things about the person we're reading. The Venus mount tells us about their love life. Jupiter is more about their power in the world, study, learning, and travel. Saturn represents the responsibility side of our nature. It also can be associated with tradition. Apollo represents creativity, arts, music, and talent in general. And Mercury is about the way we communicate and think. The Mars areas of our lines is associated with determination and personal power. The Moon is our inner world, our intuition, and how we relate to the public. The other main three lines is the lifeline, which tells us about our life and our vitality. The headline is about the mind and how we think again, and then the heartline is about love. This is a rough estimate of age in people's palm. It's a general graph. So as you can see, the different age points. Now some people will have variations depending on their palm shape as well. This here is the elementary hand. I often find people that have this hand are very hardworking, and they're very practical people, sometimes quite stubborn, and they don't like change. This is the square hand. Again, very earthy and grounded, hard workers. Often square hand people like to do things with their hands as well, like work with their hands. The philosopher's hand is someone who likes to study a lot, often is very nervous and even a bit self-critical. Spatulate hand people I often find are very creative. Usually they're very inventive, or they're into design, or they're into creating or making things. The conic hand tends to be artistic people. They usually are good with writing and calligraphy and painting and art and drawing. The psychic hand is very sensitive. People are very sensitive. Often they're very in tune with others, but they often can't do readings for others as in a psychic professional because they're too sensitive. And then the mixed hand tends to be a combination of different people and different things. So that one you have to use your intuition and you have to read the lines a lot because it could be any type of personality. Now I'm going to look at the lines of the hand. Now this is the lifeline. When the lifeline is long and round, like this drawing, it often means the person has good vitality, and the roundness usually means joyful. The wider the line is, the better. When it goes out wide into the palm, away from the thumb, it often means that person is adventurous and is worldly. But when it's close to the thumb, it often means they tend to be a little bit more cautious and sort of like to stay at home and not be so worldly. Often when the lifeline is not round and is closer to the thumb, it often means that the person tends to be a bit more serious and self-limiting. I often suggest that they try to open up a little bit more and enjoy life and not see things in a sort of negative or pessimistic way. I usually say to them, the rounder the lifeline is, the better and rounder your life is. Like a well-rounded lifeline is a well-rounded life. Now I'm drawing the headline. Some people's headlines go right down into the moon area like I've just drawn, and this usually means the person has a very good intuition. Often they work well with people, and they are very connected to the public. When the headline goes up higher, like I've just drawn now, they're often more clinical or technical people. They often may be a little bit more standoffish, say, than the people with the headline that goes deep into the moon area. Okay, less emotional too. Now this is the heart line. The heart line, when it points upwards, when it goes in between Jupiter finger and Saturn, like I've drawn it here, it means it's a balance between freedom and tradition. When people's heart lines are straight and not rounded, often their love life is a little bit dry and not as fun. Okay, so I often see these people that are more loners or more independent. They like their own space. Often they also don't have as much fun as people with rounded heart lines. There are a few tips by Debono.